and turn it on.
Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore. Welcome to Tuesday. And Tuesdays are Therapy Tuesdays with the one, the only, the very talented, the beautiful, the witty, the very entertaining Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room.
Who's the one that is entertaining, you know? Good morning, everyone.
You ran out of adjectives, I think, there. Good morning,
Also, I'm
Dr.
afraid I
Jerry.
will get a text message from the boss
Saying?
saying just 2 words. Shut up!
Oh, no.
So, Dr. Jerry, it was
Yes.
Mother's Day 2
Yes.
days ago. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you, too.
Thank you. And last week...
I can't believe you're a mother.
Who, Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you look like you're like 18.
She's in school.
Rubbish.
Good try, Glenn.
Yes.
So we were supposed to talk about Mother's Day last week. We
Yes.
couldn't have you on. So we're going to talk about Mother's Day today, and more specifically about mothers and motherhood.
Yes. And perfect timing because there was an event on Sunday, Mama on Pallet. I actually want to... an event, but I will explain later on. There are photos I sent to Shalini.
Okay.
But I actually have permission from one of the mothers to share something her child wrote.
Oh,
Yeah.
for Mother's Day?
For
And how old is this
Mother's
child?
Day.
How old is the child?
It's I actually don't know how old this child is, but this child, so they have what we call rare diseases.
The child?
Yes.
Okay.
And this child has Pompe disease, Pompe
And what is that?
disease. It's so I actually had to Google it because it
Okay.
is not something that I deal with very often. It's a rare genetic disorder that causes muscle weakness and gets worse over time.
Oh.
And it has a serious effect on many of the body systems. So they can be diagnosed as an infant or later on in childhood or adulthood. So this is a child. So it compromises. So with all these diseases, it compromises learning, development, the understanding, the ability to communicate, of course, emotional turmoil on the parent as well as the child. Yeah, so
Because something like this could affect speech as well.
yes, interesting that you mentioned speech, because this was one of the mothers that did a fashion show alongside us on Sunday, and afterwards she sent this. My daughter's speech therapist sent this to me while I was at the office. My girl was supposed to start a journal, and she wrote this. My mummy is Patricia. She has pretty eyes. I love the way she loves me and treats me. I love to play with her every day. My mummy is like an angel for me because she fights to save my life. I feel very blessed, and I hope mummy has a long life. If I could, I would build the kingdom for mummy because she is a queen mummy. I want her to know that I'm so proud of her and love her so much.
Oh, my gosh,
goodness.
I'm
So
sure
see,
Patricia will be
everybody here in
crying.
the studio is crying already.
Oh, my
Everybody.
goodness.
I can tell. I could hear the little quiver in your
Yeah,
voice.
you can
I
see
know
the
Angel
tears.
is crying. I know 2 girls are very touched as well. I'm the only hard-hearted one who's
Oh,
not
no.
crying. But that
Oh
is
my
so
gosh,
beautiful.
So
It
lovely.
is.
I'm
And
sure
I-
Patricia must have been tearing when she read that as well.
She did. It was just, something that the little girl, I think one of the few words, and this is something that we don't realize, right? When we have neurotypical children, that the word mommy, I love you comes so easily. But these mothers with children with ASD or rare diseases, the mothers wait, and they can wait for years to hear that.
And they may never in some cases,
And they may
right?
never, yeah.
Keep that hope alive.
Yes.
You will hear it from
Yes.
your child.
Motherhood is hard.
All
Yes,
let's,
it is.
Let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV and flash a few photos as well, because we have those wonderful photos of the event on Sunday, I do believe. Here's Taylor Swift with "Is It Over Now" on Kiss 92.
Okay, shall we have a look
Yes.
at some
You let us know when you
photographs?
want us to flash.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, shall we?
Sure, let's go ahead and flash those photos. I'm okay with any time. But
So maybe we do it when we're on the Big Show TV.
There you are. So
Oh.
pretty.
So let
Who's
me
that?
tell a story about this skirt. So
Okay.
the top
Okay.
is mine, like model, top mine, bottom not mine. So this is actually an art piece
Okay.
converted into wearable art. So too many people are involved in this. So one is my artist Cai Hui, who paints Nagomi art, and she's a visual storyteller. So she tells story and she found herself through art. So these are all mama artists that express themselves through art. So this piece is actually converted from her painting into a wearable art.
Okay.
So and Sena, she is a designer. So she converts art pieces into wearable pieces.
So what was the art piece then?
Oh my gosh.
It looks like the Aurora Borealis.
No,
A painting of the Aurora
So I didn't
Borealis.
know what it was, and I was praying very hard it could fit me, and that was the only thing that I could think of because I had to wear it on the day itself.
We have a picture of the art? Of
we
the
have-
original one?
No, we don't.
Okay.
But I can put it up at another time.
Okay.
But yeah, so I didn't know. I wore it and I said, "Oh, I don't usually wear colors. So you don't usually see me in colors." But this was really mesmerizing. And when I asked the artist, "What's the title of this piece?" Guess what it is?
What? Mesmerizing.
No.
What?
Emotional landscape.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, which is what you deal with every day.
Yes.
I bet you bought it straight away.
I did.
See? I would have done the same thing. It's like, what? The connection is there.
Yes, so trusting the
mine.
process, right?
Yeah.
It was
It was
just
made for
beautiful.
you.
Oh.
And it fit perfectly, I'm sure.
It fit perfectly, and it fit my fan dance, which I
Your
did on
fan-
Sunday.
Oh, do we have a
Yes.
video
Oh
of the
my
fan
No,
God.
dance?
I deliberately did not put it.
Jerry, if you had told us, we would have come down and filmed you.
Now we all know actually Jerry likes dancing.
She loves dancing. We've seen her dancing.
Yes, we've seen her dance. A Korean dance some more.
Yes.
Ayo, no, that wasn't a Korean dance.
I think I still have a video of that somewhere.
You know who can be your choreographer as well?
Who?
Shalini
Shalini.
Susan. Shalini is a dancer.
Yes.
That's something. We all danced.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite
my
fun.
God, yes.
If she choreographs something for you.
No,
I
for
think
us.
so. No, for you first. We start with you first.
This
See how
Chinese
you
boy
do.
cannot dance. This Chinese boy can only slow dance.
This is like,
Ayo.
it's like white men can't jump, Chinese boy can't dance.
Anyways, yes, celebration of motherhood. And I always say that motherhood starts from the minute you conceive. Yeah, because the body already goes through so much. There's so much alteration. There's so much mindset shift that occurs with the second you conceive.
Yeah, I agree.
Is it different? Like, I mean, before you were mom and after you were
Oh
mom.
like, like 360 degrees.
Yeah.
So
if
like
not
in
more.
terms of
Yeah.
like a mindset change as well.
Yeah,
is
for
it?
sure. I think
Yes.
mind, body, soul, physical, everything
Yes,
changes.
everything changes.
Your priorities change,
Yeah.
your lifestyle changes,
So after you
Yeah.
become a mom, you cannot be playful already.
No, I'm not
no,
saying
no.
you can't. I mean, you still got to be a kid of some sort, and you still are you. But I think because your priorities change so much,
Yeah.
your thoughts are no longer about yourself only. You know what I mean? You consider others first before yourself.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Mothers consider others too much. And they forget about themselves. So suddenly they become invisible and everything else becomes so visible.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the old-fashioned way, actually. Like, I mean, during my mom's time, it's like, after you get married, you conceive, then chances are you become a homemaker,
Yeah.
But not anymore. I mean,
You
these
have
days...
to, right? Back then.
That's why we're talking about it, because we think that it is a very old, sort of mindset that
Yeah.
the child is the center. But so many modern mummies attempt to juggle so
Yeah.
many things.
Yeah.
And they
So-
can, right? I mean, they do it well.
No, you see, I think
Well.
there's a difference between you can and you're expected to. Do you know what I mean? Like women who choose to, say, spend part of their time with their children and then do their work, whether it's from home or out outside is different from women who are told to stay at home or told to go out at work. I think it's all about choices. So when you choose to do something, then it makes it a little bit easier than if you're told you have to.
Actually, both also have different sort of
Challenges.
emotional challenges, right? Because the one that chooses to go out and work and come back, they oftentimes say they feel very guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So leaving
Yeah.
their kid alone.
Yeah, and they feel I'm not good enough, or something happens to my child, I cannot react fast enough. Those that are told to do or told to stay, they feel resentment, and they're angry with themselves that they should not feel resentment. So both have their own emotional challenges.
So do you see some of these people, from time to time, who feel like, who feel guilty, and
Yeah.
do
Or
you try and
resentful as well.
assure them
Yes,
that,
yes.
they are doing their best
Yes.
already?
And also, I
Definitely.
think telling them that, correct me if I'm wrong, that they're not alone. All moms feel that mom guilt, right?
Yes.
Like I'm sure you do as well.
Yes.
Even now that your
Yes.
kids are a lot bigger,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I could
Why?
be
Why?
because you could be doing this with them, or you
Yes.
can't show up for something, and then you're like, oh, but because I've got this other priority.
But now you're giving them $500 in terms of allowance.
Money doesn't help
it's not
with
about
stuff
the
like
money.
I
that.
just think like
No.
money is everything.
No, money.
No.
No, money
Money is
doesn't
not.
solve all problems. Money solves some problems, but not all problems.
I would rather my parents work and work and work. Just leave me alone, but give
I
me a
don't
lot of
think
money.
you would. I
No.
don't think you would. Yeah.
Okay. Never experienced that though, but I think I would have liked it. Okay.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the KJE towards the PIE right after the Chua Chu Kang Drive exit, look out for a broken down vehicle. Wherever you are today, please stay safe.
FD, we're thinking about you.
Always.
And I just said it because you mentioned Chua Chu Kang.
Okay.
So, if you mention Chua Chu Kang, I'll think of FD.
Yeah.
I'll think of FD or my golf club, Warren Golf and Country Club. These are the two things I think about when people mention Chua Chu Kang.
So special.
Yes.
Okay.
CCK. Oh, I also think of Cheyenne. Cheyenne is also staying in Chua Chu Kang, Chua Chu Kang area.
Okay.
That's the nice thing about Chua Chu Kang.
That
Like when I think,
Cheyenne's
oh,
there.
Cheyenne. Okay.
Not Warren Golf Club?
And Warren and Golf
Okay.
and Country Club.
Not
as well.
FD?
Who?
Oh, wow. That was quick. After 30 years, where's the loyalty?
Oh dear.
Okay, we are with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. Once again, good morning, Jerry.
Morning.
So, Dr. Jerry, today we're
Yes.
talking about motherhood, body,
Yes.
mind, and soul. But we
Yes.
also want to talk about the concept of a good enough mother. What
Yes.
exactly is that?
So, a good enough mother is a term coined by Donald Winnicott, one of my favorite theorists, and he talks about the mother, and I want to quote him correctly, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, he said the ordinary devoted mother was not perfect and would therefore inevitably make mistakes in the care of her infant. What she would do then, however, was to make repairs and readjustments in her interaction with the infant. So that has always framed the way I approach mothers, because mothers always think that they need to be perfect. They need to do everything right. And I think in the psych industry, we also had a debate recently whether we should create a perfect AI therapist.
Oh, no.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because AI.
They'll put you out of business.
Not just that, AI has no emotion. You know what I mean? It's only
Yes.
trained what it. No, but it only learns what you teach it. You
True
see, and there
that.
are situations where that cannot be taught. So the AI will not be able to handle stuff like that. It's only going to give out what it's given.
Are you thinking of an AI, Jerry? And then,
no.
Then you can
I
sit
can
on
see
a
the
couch.
AI
You can
Jerry.
sit on a couch, yes.
Because there's no emotional attachment. No, well, the concept is very interesting, right? But the whole talk about AI, we park it aside, is that thought about perfection, because everybody tries to strive for perfection, But we all will make mistakes. That's the amazing thing about being a human. We are all imperfect. So to allow the imperfection to exist in a mother permits the child to continue to learn together with the mother. Yeah, so sometimes when mothers say, oh, I need to do everything right, how about doing something not so right?
Yeah, because you can't bring a child up in a perfect world, because once something happens to that child when they're an adult, they're not going to be able to deal with it.
Yeah.
They need to learn, right?
So, for example, being upset or being angry or even just lashing out, the mother is that holding space. So we call that the holding space, where the mother permits that anger, the temper to occur, and then deal with it afterwards.
Okay, all right. We'll continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV. We've got a really, really important message from McDonald's coming up next. It's 8:14.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sorry, carry on, Dr. Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about the holding space, right? So the child throws a temper. If you keep telling the child, stop it, then the child will learn just to repress it. They don't know how to express it correctly. So the good enough mother is allowing yourself to feel the emotions that you're feeling, and that's okay, you know, and keep that holding space for the child. Yeah. Yep. You have some thoughts.
I feel like I want to contribute more today, but then since we're talking about mothers, so I got to bring in the fathers.
Yeah.
So earlier on, I mean, when you ladies were saying, you know, about mothers feeling guilty,
Fathers do as well.
I'm sure fathers do as well.
They do.
Right?
There are a lot of fathers out there. I mean, because in the modern world, that not all the time that the children stay with the mothers.
Yes.
You know, there are times
Yes.
when the fathers are the moms in that traditional sense of the word. And the fathers also have to play both roles and go out and work and leave the kids at home. So fathers also have daddy guilt.
Yes, they do. They do.
Do
So
they
it's
feel
not
the same though?
slightly different?
How does it
quite
differ?
different. So the approach of a father and a mother is quite different. So the father uses more the rational thinking, you know, lesser emotions, because they attempt to do things in very methodically. The mother's a little bit more emotional, more nurturing, more embracing. So they approach a situation differently.
Right.
Nothing wrong with either approach.
But the
Just
end
that
goal
it's
is always
different.
the same, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But some fathers are better
But
than mothers,
talking
right?
about dads, so we have like no.
No, I'm sure there are cases where... Right.
No, of
I
course,
will-
but of course there are some cases where the father is better than the mother is better than the father. But in general, you can't say dads are better or moms
I will
are
not
better.
compare
Yeah.
like that.
In general, I'll say mothers are better than fathers.
Mothers are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
mom
In
is
general.
best, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's Glenn's opinion.
Tell us a
but-
little bit more about the exhibition, the art exhibition that
Wait,
happened.
wait.
Oh no,
just,
there's
just
more. Okay.
for
Oh.
just for fun, because you brought up dad.
Yeah.
So we always think of dad as having dad boards, right?
Yes.
What's a mom board?
Wow. Oh, don't ask Glenn. Glenn's like the worst person to ask.
Mom board would be like that show now I'm watching, Baby Reindeer.
Oh my gosh.
What's baby reindeer?
That
Baby
psycho
Reindeer.
lady, oh my goodness.
Right, but good, right? The
what's
show?
her name? Martha,
Martha.
I think.
It's about this stalker. So it's the story was written by the guy who also stars in it in this series. He acts in it. He's written and directed it, and it's based on his true life story.
Yeah, man.
About a woman who stalked him for years.
Oh my God.
For years, yeah.
Really scary.
She just became really obsessed.
We should
with
talk
him.
about stalkers.
And he was kind of
Yeah.
messed up as well.
Oh,
this
he was
guy.
he was kind of feeding it as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I feel like you almost look at him and go, "Well, you asked for it, right?"
Exactly.
But yeah, she was definitely off.
But just the fact that he is the person makes it even more interesting.
More interesting, yeah.
Okay, anyway.
We'll talk about stalkers.
Okay,
soon.
maybe no, not Martha, as in the mom board.
No, absolutely not. I'd say
Adele. Now, I mean, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say a mom bod.
As opposed to Dua Lipa. Lah. I mean, you've got to...
unrealistic.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Adele right now, she's looking beautiful. That's a more,
I don't know what Adele looks
achievable, what do you call, figure, so to speak. That to me is a
when
mom bod.
I ask adults and I ask children, I really love to ask children.
What about mom and dad bods?
About moms?
Okay,
about,
Dad bod would be FD. Lah.
maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fair to say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but notice
Used to be
you
me as
go
well.
very
I'm not
visual. Children, I thought would be visual, but
They're not. They're soft. They're tactile.
yeah,
Yeah, they're tactile.
Exactly.
And
you
smell.
know, yes,
And-
yes.
yeah.
So the kids will say they feel nice and they do this because
Yeah.
they hug their mummies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They don't
so-
care about the way that you look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
But if there's nothing to hug, then they'll have a problem.
Listen,
That's
or
what they
there's-
like. They like hugging. Yeah, you just said, right?
they hug,
No,
but they
but
say
they feel
mummy's
it's a-
hands are comforting.
Yeah, or
They
they feel like
soothe.
mommy's skin is soft and she smells
Yes.
nice.
She smells-
You know, daddy's a little bit harder or smells maybe of something
Yes.
else. Smells like dad. You know?
Smells of
Yes.
cigarette.
Could be. It could be. That's a smell they might get used to.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so interesting, right? You ask an adult and you ask a kid,
Because
and then you have
adults are so judgmental. It's true. Adults are like, yeah, they should look like this, they should look like that. But I think we forget that it's not about the looks.
No.
It's about how someone makes you feel.
yes.
You know what I mean? I know
Exactly.
you wanted to say something
No,
smart,
no,
then
no,
you
no,
change your mind.
No.
And that's when I said that, you're like, oh, okay, better not.
Makes sense.
You're like, I'll look like an idiot if I say this.
No way. I never stop myself from looking like an idiot.
Yeah, but I thought it would be fun to have that comparison because we always think, and mothers are so critical about their bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, my boobs are sagging.
My tummy doesn't look the
comes out-
same,
Yeah,
yeah.
my thighs are so fat.
I would feel the same way if I were them. I mean, if you're a bit of a vain pot,
But I
right?
tell you,
for
women-
sure you'll feel that way.
Women goes, I don't think it's about being vain. I think it's just not about looking the same.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anything can prepare you. I swear. Like when I had my first kid, I don't think anything could have prepared me for how my stomach looked after the child. I was just like, what? Just in my head, I was like, no.
But you see, this is the problem. If we love looking at ourselves in the mirror naked. That is the problem, right? Because every time you look at yourself, you're like, okay,
You're
think
judging
maybe-
yourself, yeah.
Okay, this part here can be a bit firmer.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna reduce this part, you know. So, oh my God, it's another 1,000 sit-ups or
Yeah.
crunches this week. That kind of thing.
and
you
no
know what I mean?
food.
But if you're not looking at yourself and you don't care, then okay lah. I mean, it's fine. But
Yeah,
but
but
we
you
all
need to-
love.
you
we
need
all
to love yourself. You need to love
We
yourself.
all love looking and feeling good, right?
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
You know.
But
so-
I want to remind the mothers that the children love you no matter,
No matter what you
Yeah.
look like. Yeah, no matter what.
Then they're thinking, but does my husband love me?
No, but sometimes the husband's got to go easy as well because the mom's bodies change like
do.
like crazy, like nothing
Yeah.
again, like nothing you'd ever
But the
expect.
husbands are constantly thinking about Dua Lipa.
It's okay to think about, you know, celebrities and hot women and all that. There's nothing wrong, but it's another thing to think that your wife should look like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or expect that she should look like that.
Expectations again.
Expectations, yeah.
So for the women who are living by expectations, don't. You know, you're beautiful as
Yeah.
you are.
Throw
Yeah.
it back to your husband. He's a really good looking guy with a solid bod that most men can't achieve.
David Gandhi.
David Gandhi. There you
David
go.
Gandhi.
Have you heard of
Google.
David Gandhi?
Google,
Yeah.
Google him, David Gandhi.
Before she mentioned David Gandhi, I
He
had
had
no
no
idea
idea.
who David Gandhi is, but David Gandhi. So, wives, there you give them that
yeah,
advice.
then you go look at David Gandhi house tour. You'll
Say,
fall
okay,
in love with him even more.
You want me to look like Dua Lipa? Then you look like David Gandhi, you fool!
or whoever you like, you know, like whichever Korean star you like or Hollywood star you like.
Hey, by the way, in just a while, we are going to pay our second tribute to our outgoing Prime Minister, Lee Hsien Loong.
That's right after traffic,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
We're going to pick another song. So this time we're going to do something from like maybe the 2018 area where there was a major fight.
2018.
2018.
2018.
No, we started with 2004. Let's do 2005, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Let's not go so far because
Okay.
2018 is too recent.
Okay, if that's the case, wait, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
just
then
pull
why
out
don't- why
a
don't
few
you
other
think? Yeah,
things. Sorry, I meant 2005.
Okay, 2005.
That's where there was a
year.
fight.
The second year
There was a fight.
What? Who fighting? Who was fighting?
Internally, they were fighting.
Oh, really?
This and then of course, Lee Hsien Loong came up and
Said,
said,
"Stop fighting."
Shut up, all of y'all. I will decide on this.
Okay, that'll be interesting to find out what this
Okay.
fight was about.
Okay, we are off air, right?
No,
right now?
yes, we're off it.
Okay,
Dr.
that's
Jerry, we
good.
still have about 2.5 minutes. Tell us a little bit more about this
Yes,
exhibition.
I will.
That happened.
I will. So, it is by Mama on Pallet, Singapore's first and only community that empowers and celebrates mothers in the arts field. I actually have a script here, and it's their fourth Mother's Day art exhibition. So it will run from the 13 to the 27, if I'm not wrong, 26
Okay.
May at South Beach Tower.
Oh,
South Beach.
Beach Tower.
Okay.
Yes. So all these are mothers who have used art to heal, to express themselves. I think if you go there, they use different medium also. One that really I couldn't go close to the a little setup was the hyper realistic dolls.
Ooh, are they really hyper realistic?
Yes.
Oh my
so
gosh.
if you do have an opportunity,
Dolls?
go down. Baby infants.
Are they
It's
scary
for-
or
no? They're
No?
actually very beautiful.
Okay.
They when you hold them, you really cradle them.
Can you hold them? You can.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
wow.
Yes.
I'm scared of dolls. Usually, I'm
Are
not scared
these-
of many
are
things,
these,
but dolls I'm a bit
Are
scared.
these for moms who have lost babies?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
wow. Okay.
So I couldn't go close to it. So I lost my first one.
Oh, sorry
So
to hear.
no,
Okay. Mm.
no, that's where I can connect with many of the mothers. But I just couldn't go close to that. So it was a bit too much. But please check it out. The art pieces have beautiful stories behind them. In fact, we have launched a book. So Mama on Pallet has launched a book. It was a competition early on in the year. Singapore in the Eyes of Mother Artists. So Singapore in the Eyes of Mother Artists.
I see.
Okay.
Sight of Ma.
Yeah, you
Sight
can,
of
yeah.
Ma.
You can go on the website actually, mamaonpallet.com to
Yeah.
find out more. You can even join as a member if you're a mom.
Yes. So, how I'm related, very privileged to be on their board as their mental health advisor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Traffic,
so-
hang on, Dr. Jerry, just 1 second.
And when we come back, we're going to pay
Sure.
tribute to Prime Minister Lee.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the AYE, heading towards the MCE right after the Buona Vista exit, avoid the rightmost lane, please. An accident has been spotted. Do look out for that and stay safe.
All right, welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Jerry, you're here, so you're going to be part of this tribute to our outgoing Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. I think he's done so much for the country. Of course, we can't highlight everything, so Angel and myself had to, pick and choose what we feel, Singaporeans would appreciate to hear or perhaps maybe have forgotten, And we just thought, okay, we just highlight, these points. And so right now we go back to the year 2005.
That's right. We actually started with 2004 about an hour ago when we played the song Home by Kit Chan, because 2004 was when Prime Minister Lee was sworn in as the third Prime Minister of Singapore, and that was the same year that Home by Kit Chan was sung on stage with JJ Lin. So
How
we thought,
time flies.
yeah, we thought that would be significant.
Yeah.
So this, as Glenn mentioned, we picked 2005 as the next year to
The
focus
fight
on.
year.
The milestone year that we're talking about. So on the 18th of April 2005, almost to the date, after a fierce 6-month public debate on the subject, Prime Minister Lee formally proposed the construction of 2 integrated resorts in Parliament. We know them now as the IRs, right? Marina Bay Sands as well as the one in Sentosa. With so many vocally against having casinos in Singapore,
Oh my goodness.
it was the first big policy gamble that Prime Minister Lee took as Prime Minister.
So many people were against it.
Of
I remember
course,
there were
yeah.
some cabinet ministers at that time who were
Saying
so
no.
passionate. They didn't want it to happen. A few of them cried and all that.
Yeah.
I remember. And of course, members of the public were very, very divided as well during that time. I was like 33, 34 years old. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I've never stepped into a casino here in Singapore. But,
I'm not a fan, so I didn't. I think at that time I was saying no.
Yeah. But our Prime Minister, he had a vision.
He did.
Right? And promising a transformation of the downtown skyline and a transformation of Sentosa. He said that the IRs would help keep Singapore attractive as a global destination for business and tourists. And boy, was he right. And although the cabinet collectively approved the move, PM Lee put himself on the line by saying, "Shut up, No, he didn't say that. He said, as Prime Minister, I carry the ultimate responsibility for the decision."
And look at the 2 IRs now, how much business they bring in.
Yeah.
MBS is one of my
We're so
favorite
proud of the
places to
place.
go. Yeah, they're iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't no longer see the Merlion, you now see the 3 towers of MBS. It's an
Yeah.
icon of Singapore.
So you see, he had a vision
Vision
for
for
tomorrow.
tomorrow. No, we're not. We didn't choose that song. No, we,
Thank you, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
we
Thank
actually
you.
chose a song from 2005.
Because in 2005, on this day, on the day 18th of April, this song was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 Singles chart. And so we decided, okay, let's play the song. Quite cool also. For you, Prime Minister, this is Gwen Stefani with Holla Back Girl.
And what a fun song to choose as
Yeah,
well. I'm sure
exactly.
if PM Lee is listening right now, he's dancing.
I
to
can
it,
just
tapping
see
his feet.
PM Lee going,
Oh my goodness.
You're crazy. It's so fun here.
Okay, back to talking about mommies.
Mommies have stories too. So,
My mom is
Mommies have
listening. I love you, Mom.
oh, mommies are listening.
My mom's not. She once in a while she's like, "Which station are you on again?" I promise you.
My mom is on. Hi, mom.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. But every mother has a story. So Sightmar collects the stories.
Sightmar. Okay.
Yeah. And so you
Aw,
can
let me
see it's
see.
really beautiful. I've got
Oh.
one for each of you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh.
Thank you, Dr. Jerry.
Hey, you signed for me or not?
I sang for you or not? Hi.
I love
Okay,
this.
let me show
You got red lipstick, just
you.
kiss one of the pages.
Aish.
Just like,
I love this. Mothering
So-
is the purest form of love with the most caring, protective, and compassionate nature.
So this is my artist that did my
the skirt?
the skirt. No, not really the skirt. The skirt is designed by a designer, but
Chai
the art
Hui.
piece.
The
is
art
done.
piece, right.
Yeah.
Chai Hui.
Cai Hui, yes,
Hui.
Cai Hui.
Chai Hui.
Yes, and hers is, I think, Hand and Heart is her IG, I think, yeah. Yes, so all these mothers have seen Singapore through their eyes, whether they are Singaporeans or non-Singaporeans, and they have their own story, so their own healing story. So we look at art as healing, part of healing and therapy also.
I like what she's done with the different art pieces because she's taken bits of Singapore and
Yes.
she's put them down
Yes.
on, I don't know what she uses. She uses canvas,
pastels,
Yeah, so
Nagomi art.
she's got the dragon playground. She's got the Merlion as well as the HDB flat and some motifs as well. I like that.
You know what? I want
Heart
to.
in hand atelier.
I actually want to.
These are nice to
I want to
print.
have like more tattoo designs. Maybe I can get her to like.
Design something.
Draw a few things.
You have many mama artists there to design for you. So it's not just her, but many
is
different.
this what you were talking about?
Yes.
Where?
Yes.
Just before
Yeah,
that.
I saw
just
that.
before that.
I
Yeah.
saw that
Yes.
just now.
So for those that are, don't have a visual, let me show off a bit. I am not.
Oh, you're in there with our kiss.
Where? I didn't see that.
Wait. Which page
It's
is it?
so
Which
nice,
page is
that
it?
photo. Oh, wow. Look at that. So nice.
Yes.
I love that you've chosen a Kiss 92 picture. Thank you for that.
Very nice.
I'm
Great
not
branding.
artistic. I'm not artistic, but I'm so blessed to be featured alongside them. Thank you, Alice, and thank you, Melissa. Melissa did up the entire thing. She interviewed and did up the entire thing. And the founder of On Pallet is Alice Yu. Very, very dynamic woman that brings together a community. So we look at mothers being very isolated in their journey, but she has done such a wonderful job bringing all these mothers together.
You should bring her in one of these days.
I'm so sorry. I
will,
cannot. I
but
can't
today
look
was
at.
a little bit last minute.
I can't look at these babies and not
I know.
shed a tear.
I
They're
know.
so
I can't even
realistic.
touch them.
So these babies, did you know, are actually used by mothers who have lost their babies.
Yes. I
see.
Yeah, they're called
Yes.
reborn dolls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this, oh my gosh.
No, I mean,
Yes.
I
So
understand, but I'm just scared of
These are
Andrea
actual
is
dolls. That moms who have lost their babies,
Yeah.
they'll actually buy these dolls and hold them because they've lost their
Wait,
kids.
one is real and the
No,
other one
no,
is...
they're
no,
all
this one
doll-
is real.
No, they're all
They're all
dolls.
dolls.
These are all dolls.
I thought this is real. and
No,
this is a
no,
doll.
these are all
Yeah.
painted. No,
Oh,
these
I
are all.
see. So
These
they're
are.
just showing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So mothers for mothers, and these mothers are there to share all their gifts with everyone.
What are the dolls made of in terms of the material?
Clay, I think.
Oh, they're hard.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't
So-
know because
so
there's some that
the-
are soft.
Yeah, so the head, it has to hold its shape.
Yeah.
But I think the body.
Might be
remember,
soft.
I didn't touch them.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are contoured and they are of a certain weight.
Yeah, because I've seen some documentaries on these babies, and they will actually make them so lifelike that even the feel feels like a child. You know,
So
to replace the child that they've replaced.
So
inverted
how is
commas.
this? I mean, since on the topic of these these
Reborn
babies,
dolls, yeah.
right? So how does this heal the moms? Then?
It helps them to talk about it, to process their grief. You know, it facilitates.
But not
that
all
whole-
mothers will relate to doing
No.
something like that.
No.
Do they take
No.
the babies out as well?
They can if they want to. Why
Okay.
not? I don't think that we limit how the healing process
Right.
is. Yeah.
I was there's this series on Apple or something called Servant.
Yes, I
by
saw
M.
that.
Night Shyamalan,
Yeah.
and it was with this baby that it started off with a mother losing her child, and she had a reborn doll like this, but she was taking the child out, she was feeding the child, she was talking to the child, but it carried on for quite a long time. So when does it become unrealistic?
And
You know?
maybe a little bit. What's the word to
I
use?
know, it's
you know what I
hard.
mean?
It's
like
hard
there's
to-
a line,
Okay,
right?
Yes. Remember that whenever we talk about a disorder, it needs to impede your dysfunction. So the healing process facilitates function and removes all that disorder. But if, let's say, it affects your way
life.
of life, you start hearing things, you start seeing things. That's when we draw the line and say, okay, is it, is there something else that is going on that we need to step in and help a little bit?
But
Right.
to
Because
them,
they-
it might be real, right? I
Exactly.
mean, how do you take that child away from them
Which is why
again?
to some people, I mean,
Yeah.
let's say looking at the dolls and all that, they might think, maybe it's better if you just heal without
Yeah.
something like that, just in case you get overly dependent on this, and 20 years down the road, you're
You're
still
cradling the child.
Yeah.
That's where the professionals come in. You work with a professional to deal with that whole grieving process. It is
Right.
a process.
I'm sure it's happened, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
some moms
Yeah.
have
But
experienced
will psychologists, like yourself, tell the person eventually, like, okay, maybe you should put the doll
Yeah, how do you
aside,
do that?
or
I don't think it's whether we put the doll aside or not, but it's how we remember the child and what we do with our emotions. So if we cocoon ourselves into that emotion and we cannot break out of it, then we would be just isolating ourselves from the rest of the world. So allowing ourselves to go through that grieving process is to reintegrate ourselves into the community, into the world, not isolate yourself. So when you see that happening, then we will encourage you to come out. And what are the steps that the family can do? What are the steps that you can take as in the grieving process?
Okay. Traffic coming.
Stand by.
I'm gonna take it. Heard the risk is drowning, but I'm gonna take it. Too soon to tell you I love you. Too soon to tell you I love you. Too soon to tell you I love you. You're the risk, I'm gonna take it.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the AYE after the Buena Vista exit, look out for an accident. Now, this is causing quite a bit of a mess, causing congestion all the way to Clementi Avenue 2's exit. Avoid lane 1 if you're heading down that stretch. Also, on AYE towards MCE after Portsdown Avenue's exit, look out as well for a broken down vehicle. Avoid lane 1 as well. Wherever you are today, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is the one, the only award-winning psychologist, Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room.
Good
morning,
morning.
Jerry.
Good
morning,
Dr. Jerry.
morning.
So we were just talking about this community called Mama on Pallet, and you can actually go online and look at mamaonpallet.com, and you can join as a member. So if you're a mom that has a passion and you want to showcase in art specifically, and you want to showcase your talent, they have exhibitions that they hold, art fairs, events, and they also work with the Singapore Kindness Movement as well as the Singapore Fashion Council and National
Yes.
Library Board and so many other companies to sort of bring this community together. And they have more than 1,000 art practitioners, hobbyists, and art lovers. It sounds like a fabulous community.
Yeah, man. Are you, is this family, or rather, is this community always looking for new ideas?
Definitely, and they're looking for new members. It's really very vibrant. When you see the mothers coming together, mothers helping mothers, women helping women.
Oh, that's always great.
It
Wait,
is
you know what?
beautiful.
Who started this? Did you say?
Alice Yu.
We should have Alice Yu in the
Yes.
studio.
I think so. Can
Yeah.
I contribute an idea?
Sure.
Sure. I
Like,
think she's listening.
Usually, is this to raise awareness of a certain cause, or is to raise funds as well from time to time?
I think it started with her, and she'll probably be the better person to share. But it's that inner healing. So Alice herself has her own healing journey, after becoming a mother,
Okay.
going into that darkness, and then using art to come out of it.
Right.
So many of these mothers have used art to really regain their footing in life, just like Tai Hui, just like Alice. Many of them have come together and leaned on each other also.
Okay.
So that it is that journey, and they want to share that they are not alone. So they're all coming together to also contribute. So I don't think it's one cause. It started from that self.
Yeah.
But now they have expanded it.
Yeah.
So on Sunday we had the Rare Diseases Society Singapore who walked alongside us. I think we have a group photo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one where they are holding flowers.
But we'll flash
actually.
that when we're on the Big Show TV. lah.
Cans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cans.
Shortly.
So they were also wearing wearable art. So there were 5 different artists on that day, or 6 different artists, and we were all wearing wearable art. So the designer is Ensena. Her name is quite unique. Ensena, who designed all the pieces, and from the art pieces, she extracted a portion and she converted it into
An outfit,
jackets,
yeah.
pants, dresses. Yes.
That's interesting. I can't wait to see the photos, actually.
For sure.
Shall we? We'll flash these photos exclusively on the Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Niall Horan and John Legend, the show on Kiss 92.
Life is like a board game.
Yeah, Niall Horan was just in town a couple of
Was
days
he?
ago. Yeah, very quiet. Snuck in, snuck out, held a concert and everything. Okay, so shall we look at that photo?
Yep. So there are.
wow,
Wow. Okay. Beautiful. So they are all wearing wearable art from the different artists, and some of them are from the Rare Disease Society Singapore. So they are mummies of children with rare diseases. Some have children with ASD, families of ASD. So
What's ASD again? Sorry.
Autistic spectrum
right?
disorder.
Okay, right,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. So Alice is right on our left
in the pink.
in the pink
Okay.
skirt. That's her looking very radiant, and the different mummies. So I think Patricia.
This is
Patricia
South Beach,
right? In
right?
the
Yeah, it looks
center.
like
Yes,
the
it is.
reception in the lobby area.
Yes.
Yeah, so Alice
Yes.
said that she, on her website, she says, I've never imagined how motherhood would be like. Baby blues, peas and poos, sleepless nights, engorgement, latching, loss in feeding. You know, so moms do feel very alone a lot of
Yes.
the time after giving birth. Postnatal blues,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
So I think this is a great
Space
community
for
and
them.
space
Yeah.
for those. What if you are not an artist, though, a mom that doesn't get involved with art? Can you also get involved in something like this?
I'm
would you
sure
think?
they need plenty of volunteers, you know, to help with the events and to help with, you know, the ideas, to innovate also, how to involve other
Connect,
families, to
yeah.
connect, to network.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Alice has done a wonderful job, but I'm sure she can do with more help.
Of course, always, right?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so they are amazing. They're so radiant. I'm so blessed to be able to walk alongside them. They did the catwalk. They did a little bit of modeling. They had fun that morning. They were away from their kids. Thank you, the daddies, who braved the morning. So
Oh,
that
come on.
these-
Fathers can do more than that. The way we always say, oh my God, thank you to the husbands and the fathers for doing like 3 hours of work.
That's true. Just leave the kids with the husband.
Yeah, just leave
And
them
take
and don't
the
feel
entire
bad,
day
right?
off.
And don't overly like thank them, because I mean that's what they're there for, right? I always see like how moms are always like, oh, thank you for doing this, but they should. It's something that they should help along.
I think it's okay. Say thank you.
No,
But
thank
then
you once
the
is fine.
husbands must also say thank you.
Yes,
thank you,
Which
thank
I
they
think
don't,
they
right?
but they should reciprocate.
Some do lah. What do you mean they
no.
don't? It
I'm
cannot be like that.
saying
Some.
majority don't.
There you see.
But you know, it's very stereotypical to see or hear, you know, a man who's gone out to work and then who comes back to a mom and the kids, and the mom's like, oh, I'm so tired, and the husband actually goes, what did you do? I was at work all day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they don't realize how much work goes on into holding
So
a
they
house together.
But they
should.
do more than that. They start singing a song, I'll make love to you.
That's what caused the problem in the first place.
Or is it-
Anyways, so the exhibition will be on until 26th of May. There will be different
Okay.
workshops that are going on. The therapy room is really proud that this year we're going to host the third Project Supermom.
Oh.
So we're going to have it in collaboration with Mama On Pallet on Saturday, the 25th of May.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yes, and you know, if you know someone that has a special needs child, you know, the mother and child can register for our program free of charge.
Oh,
Where do they register? Where is this? Is it on her website?
It is on her socials, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, we'll
So
have a
she
look.
has blasted it out earlier in the last month already.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we still have a couple more spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's for our beneficiaries.
So it's
yeah.
Mama on
Mama
Pallet.
on Pallet. Happier mamas.
Yes,
Mama on
through
Pallet
art.
is, yeah, very
Yes.
cool.
Art. You know who you should be helping? Speaking of mamas, the mama shops. No, you guys should actually, get the mamas to go there and take like artistic photos, just outside the mama
That's
shop.
your idea, is it?
Yes, exactly. It'll be nice. They need some exposure as well,
I can see like
mama shop.
Angel's face going.
I'm not
"Oh my
listening to him
God."
anymore. Yeah.
They are slowly but surely vanishing,
Mama shops?
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, look at the one
They
in
are.
Holland Village
There.
That's
that
right,
recently
see?
had the biggest news, remember?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that'd be cute.
Yes.
Mamas and mamas.
Yeah, mamas and mamas.
Yeah.
Mamas helping mamas. I mean, why not? I mean,
Yes.
bringing attention to...
Alice, are you listening?
Yeah.
Good morning,
How about
Alice.
manning a mama shop?
Put the fathers there. There you go. Papa's helping mamas. Okay.
Funny.
Okay, almost
Yeah.
time for us to check on out of here. Any more photos that you want to flash, or is that it?
Well, the team, I think some of the artists. Oh, the artists on that day. Okay,
Oh, okay.
with
Tan Kiet Hao, is it?
with Mr. Tan Kiet Hao, yes, and Miss Hannes, Hannes So. So Tai Hui is also wearing.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah. So all these are the artists. So beautiful they are. They each of them have their own story. So they are featured
In the book?
In the book. Yeah, in this book.
Let me see if we have any...
Yeah, you talk
Oh.
about good fathers, Tan Kiet Hao. I
So-
follow him, and of course, I mean, he's got like I think when
Haslinda
his wife
is-
gave birth.
Yeah.
He was-
Haslinda is in the photo now.
Who is Haslinda?
Haslinda is the founder and honorary secretary of Harun Ghani Education Fund. She does a lot of brilliant work. Very, very kind heart.
Haslinda.
We had someone...
Morning, Haslinda.
Lavina asks how many children you have, Dr. Jerry.
I have two. I have two teens.
2 teens. There you go, Lavina. And she says, moms
Amber
are
and
super women.
Josh.
Moms are super women.
Moms are super women.
They are so creative. So one of the things that I spoke about in during the on that day itself was how creative mummies are. You know, it's not just art that they are creative. It's when a crisis hits.
Of course.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Or when a child wants something or needs something for school or
Yes.
something like that and you don't have
How
it.
they
yeah.
whip out, I don't know. Yeah.
And dig through all the drawers and then they put
Yeah.
everything together. And there you go. Yeah, science project is ready.
See, it's all about recovery, right?
Yes, of course.
It's all about
yeah.
recovery.
Yes.
That's why I always say golf is life.
Damage control.
It's like
Yeah.
a bad shot, then you need to recover.
So-
you make the wrong choice, you're dead. DED. Okay.
Okay.
I guess what's that?
Going back on air?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life. I miss you more than life.
Let's see how you do as a father, Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's right.
His wife is expecting. I can't
their first child.
imagine Justin Bieber as a
father.
dad.
I always see him as a teenager, you know?
Yeah.
And he still looks
And
like
a bit
teen.
messed up, you
Bit
know.
messed up, yeah. But he hasn't been in the news for the wrong reasons lately since he settled down. So, and he's been kind of a good dad from what we see to Hailey because she's going through her own health issues as well.
Right.
So hopefully it remains that way for the two of them. Young couple, so.
Yeah, I think
Wish
the
him all
last
the
video I
best.
saw of Justin Bieber, his face was like he had that condition where there was slight paralysis on one side of his face, right?
Yeah, I can't remember what the condition's called, but
hope
kind
he's
of like
okay
where
now.
it's numb on one side.
Yeah, it's numb, so you can't control his movement. You know,
Something palsy.
Palsy, but Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy, yeah.
Was it Bell's
disease, yeah,
palsy?
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that was Ghost. Justin Bieber right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. We've been speaking to Dr. Geraldine Tan
Yes.
from the therapy room.
Yes, and some tips before I go to my little code. So I want to remind all mothers, give time for yourself. Manage expectations. Yeah, those that you don't want, throw them away. You know, if you do need like your own inner healing, you know, seek for professional help. Remember that you're good enough.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
This is for the younger
Yeah.
moms. I think the older moms are all settled already. Just collecting money only, the older
Actually
moms.
not. Yeah.
Huh? The older moms, really. Like my mom.
Like your mom. I'm
yeah.
glad that you
It's like-
gave her a little bit more comfort.
It's like,
now.
yeah, it's like they are like the bosses. They are like the
I don't know.
OGs. They're like that theme song. It's da-da-da-da-dum. Dum-dum-dum.
What is the song?
Yeah, what's that?
It's the gangster song.
But you know, I don't know if you're right because someone like my mom still worries about us kids. You
No
know,
matter-
like
yeah,
no
no
matter
matter
what,
what,
you're still
how
you're
old
still
you
their
are, yeah.
baby. Like like if I go away, I'm like I have to tell her I've landed. I have to tell her I've gotten to the airport. Otherwise, they worry, and I'm sure
Yes.
your mom worries about
No,
you.
man,
as well.
my mom is like, no,
Your mom
because
is
now she's like
gangster.
SM right now.
Senior minister.
No, solo Manolo.
Solo.
She is just like on her own, doing what she wants to do. You know, that kind of thing. Calling me, Sana, I want to buy this. Cannot. Okay. Yes.
It
that's
has
good.
its perks.
Like, I want to go to this place for dinner. Okay. Let's go.
You are a good son to your mom.
Anyways, I learned this from a mother. She sent it to me, and she says today I learned about a term called glimmer,
Oh, what's glimmer?
which is the opposite of a trigger. Glimmers are those moments in your day that makes you feel joy, happiness, peace, or gratitude. Once you train your brain to be on the lookout for glimmers, these tiny moments will appear more and more.
The silver lining.
Yeah.
Glimmers.
Glimmers instead of triggers.
Yeah, glimmers. At first, when she said glimmer, I thought it was a made-up word. Then I'm like, no, there is such a word
There
as
is
glimmer.
such
It only sounded like a glitter plus something else. You know what I mean? When you said it, then I was
When you
like,
said
no.
Glimmer, I was thinking the movie Glimmer Man,
Glimmer
starring
Man.
Steven Seagal.
Oh, no.
where there were quite a number of triggers, actually.
Oh dear.
Yes. Anyways, thank you very much,
Anyways,
Jerry.
yes. Happy as usual. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Coming up, headline news and sports. Thank you, Jerry.
The only way to get out of bed.